For a long time, it really felt like the race for self-driving cars was all about the US and China, right? Well, that just changed. Big time. Europe is officially in the game, and we're going to break down exactly how the continent's very first commercial robotaxi service just hit the streets.
And I want to be super clear about this right from the get-go. This is not another test. We're not talking about some limited pilot program. As of right now, fully autonomous cars are a real commercial service for the public in Europe. You can literally pull out your phone, book one, pay for it, and take a ride.
Okay, so let's play a little game. If you had to bet on which huge European capital got there first, Paris, Berlin, maybe London, where would you put your money? Well, the answer is probably not what you're thinking.
Nope, it's Zagreb, Croatia. That's right, Zagreb is the city where this incredible partnership between the tech company Pony.ai, the ride-hailing giant Uber, and a local operator called Verne just completely flipped the script.
All right, so let's dive in. What does this service actually look like for someone on the streets of Zagreb?
Okay, here are the details. It's running every day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can book a ride right now through the Verne app, and they say the Uber app integration is just around the corner. And here's the kicker, it is fully commercial. This isn't free. You pay a fare, just like any other ride. And it's all happening in electric vehicles running on Pony.ai's super advanced 7th-gen autonomous driving system.
And get this, we're not talking about some tiny cordoned-off test loop. Right out of the gate, the service covers a massive 90 square kilometers. That includes the all-important trip to and from the Zagreb airport. That is a serious, large-scale launch for sure.
But the tech is really only half the story here. To understand why this is such a big deal, we gotta look at the business model behind it. It's what makes this whole thing so powerful and easy to scale.
What's really brilliant about this is how they've divided everything up. It's like a three-legged stool. You've got Pony.ai, they're the brains, providing the self-driving tech. Then there's Verne, they handle the body, the actual cars, and the on-the-ground operations. And finally, you have Uber, which brings the network, their giant global ride-hailing app. It's so smart, right? Each company just does the one thing they're absolutely best at. This whole setup creates something they're calling a replicable commercial framework. Fancy term, but what it means is super simple. Pony.ai doesn't have to waste time learning the ins and outs of every single new city. They just find the right partners and plug in their tech. And if you need proof that this works, this whole thing launched just 2 weeks after they announced the partnership. 2 weeks! That's an insane speed, and it shows how fast this could spread to other cities.
So, that brings us back to that big question we started with. With all the major tech hubs in Europe, why on earth did they pick Zagreb?
Well, this slide nails it. Think about it. Bigger cities like Paris or Berlin have more resources. Yeah, but they also have mountains of red tape. The genius of choosing Zagreb was their local partner, Verne. These guys, who actually spun out of the Croatian car tech legend Rimac Group, had already done all the hard work. They spent years getting the regulations sorted out. So while everyone else was stuck in meetings, Zagreb was ready to hit the gas.
And here's another thing. They didn't pick Zagreb because it was an easy place to drive. Far from it. It's got these complex, narrow streets, really unique traffic. It's a challenge. And that was the point. If the AI can handle a real, complicated, historic European city like this, it proves it can probably handle just about anywhere.
So yeah, this is clearly way bigger than just one city. What happened in Zagreb is basically the blueprint for taking over the world, one robotaxi at a time.
And when I say take over the world, I'm not really kidding. Their ambition is just massive. Pony.ai wants to have 3,000 of these robotaxis operating around the globe by the end of 2026. So Zagreb, it's just the very first piece of a much bigger puzzle.
And you can see that global strategy playing out right here. This isn't just a one-off. They're already testing in Luxembourg, running actual commercial services in Qatar, they've got permits for the UAE, and they're doing open road tests in places like Seoul and Singapore. The final goal? To be in more than 20 cities worldwide by the end of 2026. Wow.
Okay, let's take a step back and look at the big picture. What does this launch in a single Croatian city really mean for the future of mobility everywhere?
Well, it signals that Europe is finally off the bench and in the game. For so long, it felt like all the real action in self-driving cars was happening in the US or China. This launch changes that. Europe is now a major battleground in this global race.
And maybe the most crucial takeaway is this, and it's a big one. Commercialization, it isn't a future what-if anymore. It's not a projection. It's happening right now. It's an operational fact on the ground in Europe. And that single fact has the power to change everything we think we know about transportation, from whether we even own cars to how our cities are designed.
So, the blueprint works, the race is officially on, and we already know that Verne is talking to more than a dozen other cities. So that leaves us with just one huge, exciting question. Which city is next?